Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, I explained the salient features of the wonderful software called LaTeX. In the present video, I shall explain how to download, install, configure and use the packages necessary for processing a LaTeX document. Let us straight away go to the downloads. Open any browser, let us say Google, type search for MikTeX download. It takes you to this web page. This web page itself contains an installer. I would suggest go to all downloads tab. You will find here two installers, basic installer as well as net installer. Depending upon your operating system, download either 64-bit or 32-bit installer. Next, you search for Sumatra PDF download. Again, in this page, you can have two installers. Download the one suitable for your operating system. Third download will be Events for Windows. Here you will have only one download. You download this file and then search for Technic Center download. You click this. Again you will have two installers. Depending upon your operating system, download the suitable file. I am not downloading now because I have already downloaded the files and they are available in my system. First, let us consider basic MikTeX installer. Double click this. This basic MikTeX installer contains minimum number of necessary packages to start working with LaTeX. Read the copying conditions, accept, click next. You can install it only for yourself or for all the persons using this computer. Select the second option, click next. Install MikTeX 2. It will suggest by default C drive. I would say you go for a drive other than C and click next. I have already installed, therefore I will give some other drive. Then you will have a choice. You can select the preferred paper. We normally use A4 paper. And then install missing packages on the fly. Leave the default option, ask me first as such. Then click next. This window presents you with the options you have chosen in the previous windows. Once you start, it will start installing in the selected drive. I am not installing because I have already installed. Therefore, I cancel it. Next, click Sumatra PDF. Give the permission. Do not jump to install Sumatra PDF. Instead, you select the option, select a drive other than C and then install Sumatra PDF. Third installer will be Events. Here again, you click next and then I have already installed, therefore it is not proceeding further. Therefore it gives me an option to repair. I have already installed, therefore I need not repair it. Therefore I click cancel it. Last installer will be Technic Center. Give the permission. Click next. Read the copying conditions, accept it and then click next. It will suggest a drive C, but as I told you already, select a drive other than C to install Technic Center. This window suggests the number of dictionaries possible: English, French, German, Portuguese, Spanish, etc. I am using only English, therefore you select Next. Again, click Next. Create a desktop icon, click Next. These are the choices I have made. Once I click Install, it will be installed. I have already installed, therefore I am not going ahead with a fresh install. I click Cancel. Now, after you make these installs, there is one more file left over, namely Net Installer. I will come to this a little later. For the present, we shall go to the desktop icon Technic Center. You click the desktop icon Technic Center. I have already typed a file for demonstration, therefore ignore it. The moment you click this, it will present you with a wizard. Normally, if you choose the default location, it will find out where you have installed MikTeX. Since I have installed it in a place other than the default one, I have to browse and give that location. Remember, for 32-bit location, you need not give the last item x64. For 64-bit items, you have to give the last drive folder x64, click Next. And then PostScript viewer will be your events. Give the location of the executable by browsing and then click Next. It automatically detects that Sumatra PDF is installed. It has used that corresponding path. When you click Next, all these profiles are automatically created. LaTeX to DVI, LaTeX to DVI to PDF, LaTeX to PS, LaTeX to PDF, LaTeX to PS to PDF, LuaTeX to PDF, ZLaTeX to PDF. When you click Finish, you are ready to go. Now, how to type a document in LaTeX, that I will take up in the next video. For the present, simply accept that there is a document available in your system. Now, the moment you type this, save this document. Control S, save this document. The temptation will be to save the file on your desktop system of the operating system. Never do it. Go to a drive other than C. I have selected D drive. Create a folder. I have created demo. Within that folder, you use some file name. I have given test. Automatically, it will supply the extension TEX. Save. After saving this file, go to project. Click this, create with the active file as a main file. Click OK. Now you are ready to go. We have to build this file. Build. The keyboard shortcut for building the file is F7. For viewing the output, the shortcut is F5. Hereafter, I am not going to use a mouse. I will use only keyboard. First, I try with LaTeX to DVI. I compile the document. You can see compilation is going on at the bottom window. For those who miss, I again compile it. I press F5. I get the view of this document. What will be the output look like? That will be available in this previewer called Yet Another Previewer, YAP. It takes time to build the fonts because I am loading it for the first time. Please be patient. Now we have got this document here. What I will do next will be, I select LaTeX to PS. Again, you build the document. After building the document, press F5. Now, another previewer, Evince, will open up. For PostScript files, Evince can be used. Then, as a third case, I use LaTeX to PDF. Most probably, you will be using only this option. Again, press F7. Compilation is over. Press F5. Sumatra PDF opens up. Now, the question that you may have is, why not use Acrobat Reader? There are two problems if you use Acrobat Reader with LaTeX work. Number one will be, when a file is opened in Acrobat Reader, you cannot compile the document. Only when you close Acrobat Reader, you can compile this document. What I mean to say is, dynamic updation of the document does not take place in Acrobat Reader, but in Sumatra PDF, even when the document is opened in Sumatra PDF, you can compile the document without any problem. This is the first problem. Second advantage is, if you are making some edit in the file, then if you compile it, Sumatra PDF will open exactly at that page. Suppose your document consists of 20 pages. You are making some edit on the 11th page. When you compile it, Sumatra PDF will open on the 11th page. Other pages will also be present. You have to browse. Another advantage is, if you click the PDF file in Sumatra PDF somewhere, it takes you to the corresponding location in Technic Center. The first one is called forward search. What I explained now is called reverse search. This is possible with Sumatra PDF and not with Acrobat Reader. Therefore, what I have demonstrated now is, with the same input file, you can create DVI file, PS file, as well as PDF file. These three can be created with the same input file without any effort. Towards the end of this video, I will explain how to generate HTML, XML, MathML. For the present, we know how to compile a document. Now, I will switch over to what we have. I will switch over to Net Installer. Net Installer, after you accept the copy conditions, will present you with two options. You can download or install. For the present, you have only the installer. No other file is present. Therefore, you have to download it. Download. Then, would you like to download basic MikTeX or complete MikTeX? Your choice should be complete MikTeX. Then click next. It presents you with the servers all over the world available for downloading MikTeX packages. Select the one which is very near to you and then click next. You have to browse and give the folder where you would like to download the packages, and then once you click start, it will start downloading the packages. Now, I have already downloaded, therefore I am not going ahead with this. I cancel it. Now, if you take the case of MikTeX, there are around 5,000 files. That is, you are not going to download all the 5,000 files in one shot. Today you may start downloading. Some problem may occur in due course. Your internet connection may be lost, or the remote server may not be responding in due course. Therefore, your connection may be broken. You have to terminate the installer. Then, again you have to start the net installer. Again select a suitable server and then click next. Now you may have a doubt. If MikTeX packages contains around 5,000 packages, if you have already downloaded 500 packages, will the new installer start downloading from the first file? Answer is no. Net installer compares files available in the remote server and the files available in the directory of your computer. Only those files which are missing in your directory will be downloaded now. What I mean to say is, you can stop and resume this net installer a number of times. You can see in this folder I have got number of download files. I have made so many attempts to download. Eventually, you may download or mirror the remote directory onto your system. In that case, another file, readme, will be available in that folder. Once readme file is available, it indicates that download is complete. Now, once download is complete, if you click again net installer, accept the copy conditions again. Now, I do not know whether you have noticed, the next window is not a choice to download or install. You have already downloaded, therefore that is skipped. Now, you are given a choice to install either basic or complete MikTeX. I would suggest you select basic MikTeX. Click next. Would you like to install only for yourself or for all the persons using the computer? Select the second one. Click next. Install install MikTeX 2. Select a drive other than C and then click next. Again, preferred paper, choose A4, but the next choice has to be different. Install missing packages on the fly. Select the answer yes. Remember, with the basic installer, we selected the default answer, ask me first. With net installer, you select the answer next. Click next. These are the choices you have made. Once you press the button start, it will be installed. Assume that you have installed it. Afterwards, search for MikTeX console. Select this. Now, switch to MikTeX administrator mode. Give the permission. Then go to settings. Initially, it will be like this, a random package in the internet. Now, you browse and give the folder where you have downloaded all the packages of MikTeX distribution, and then other things are already chosen. Now go to the next tab, updates. You click check for updates. Let this go on. In a few moments it will be over. By this procedure, you tell the MikTeX distribution that if a particular package is missing in the installation, you take the file from this folder and install it automatically without my permission. That way, your work will be much faster. Now, this is for net installer. Then, another advanced topic that I would like to tell you is go to this web page. I have given the description below. Now, please read these items carefully. Given below are 3 batch files and 3 configuration files and 1 TCO file. Let us say you select this file, copy this, go to Technic Center, click new, save file. Okay. You save this. Save as what? You save this file as when you say save, if you simply give this name, it will save it as latex to html.bat.tex. Automatically it will supply the extension tex. Therefore, give this within double quotes in the folder mentioned in the web page. Do the same thing for 3 batch files, 3 configuration files, and there is 1 TCO file. You download it somewhere. Once you have downloaded it, you go to build, define output profile, then you may import. I have downloaded that file in desktop .tco. Click open. Then it is going to create 3 more profiles in your Technic Center editor. I have already done it, therefore I will just ignore it. Now the question is, if I press F7, will the action be on this file test.tex or latex1.tex? Answer is it will be effective only on test.tex because this is what we have made as a main file. Therefore, if you press F7, only this file will be considered. Select the profile latex to HTML. Press F7. Usually, latex to HTML will take a long time to generate fonts. You have to be patient. Remember, you have to wait till you get the line process ended. Then press F7. This is a HTML file, therefore it is opened in Firefox. Notice equation 3. Alignment is not proper. Remember this. Now you select latex to MathML. Again F7. press F5. Now you find the alignment is better. Again, go to LaTeX to MathJax. Press F7. Wait for the process to end and then press F5 again. Now, in the first tab, the HTML file generated is shown. In the next case, this is MathML. In the third case, using MathJax. What is the difference between MathML and MathJax? For MathJax to work, your system must have internet connectivity at this moment. Otherwise, you may have to download certain files from MathJax web page. For MathML file, you can work on the file even without internet. But there is one major problem, that all parentheses, square brackets, everything must have corresponding pair. Otherwise, even when DVI compiles without error, this XML will not compile. Therefore, you have to be very careful. Now, what I have demonstrated in this video is, with the same input file, you can generate DVI, PS, PDF, XML, HTML and MathJax HTML file. Then I also introduced you how to download, install, configure and use LaTeX packages. In the next video, I will take up how to go about typing a LaTeX document as a beginner. Thank you very much for watching.